leads to reflection, reflection leads to reform, reform leads to renaissance. The pain is unavoidable. The reflection is optional. The societies that use pain as a teacher rather than a trigger for blame come out stronger. The same is true for your financial life. Losing money, making bad investments, misjudging opportunities, all of it is pain. But pain is not the enemy. It's feedback. It's information. When you study your mistakes with honesty, you extract principles. Those principles become your compass. That compass guides you through the next storm. One principle that has saved me countless times is simple but profound. Expect surprises. The biggest risks are the ones you don't see coming. History's turning points always catch the majority off guard because they expect the future to look like the past. But reality doesn't care about comfort zones. The Roman citizens couldn't imagine life without their empire. The British couldn't imagine losing their colonies. Investors in 2006 couldn't imagine the housing market collapsing. The people who thrive aren't those who predict the exact event. They're those who design systems that can survive anything. Flexibility is the antidote to surprise. You gain that flexibility through diversification and humility. Diversification protects you from being wrong. Humility helps you realize you could be. Every time I thought I had the answer, the market reminded me otherwise. Every time I assumed this time is different, I paid a price. The truth is, human nature never changes. We repeat the same emotional mistakes generation after generation. Greed, fear, overconfidence, they're constants. The tools change, the psychology doesn't. The only way to rise above it is through principles. Principles act as guardrails for emotion. That's why I built my life and my business on principles that don't depend on luck or prediction. I call them my unchanging truths. Things like, don't bet too much on any one thing. I plus reflection equals progress. The greatest mistake investors make is believing that what happened in the recent past will continue. The most important thing is to know how to deal with what you don't know. These are not clever sayings. They are distilled experience, and they work not just in finance, but in life. If you live by principles that align with reality, you can weather any environment. The changing world order we're living through now is testing every system, economic, political, and personal. Inflation is testing discipline. Debt is testing honesty. Inequality is testing unity. Technology is testing adaptability. But these tests are also invitations to evolve, to learn, to rebuild on firmer ground. The people and nations that pass these tests will define the next century. The rest will fade into footnotes. When I talk about financial freedom, I don't mean yachts or luxury. I mean independence from fear. True wealth is the